Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We return today edging ever closer to Judgment Day. We've reached the run-in and this is how the league table currently stands. We have a 5-point lead over PSG with 7 games to play, but of course we still have to play the Parisians. We've also got a Coupe de France semi-final against Lorient to throw into the mix, as well as a Champions League semi-final where we will be taking on Barcelona. In today's episode we are going to have 3 of the final 7 Ligue 1 fixtures and then both legs of the semi-final against Barcelona. The 3 games in the league come first, so we will jump straight into the first here against a struggling Metz side who are desperate for points to keep them in the division. Whilst the chasers PSG host a very good Lille side who currently sit in 4th place and then themselves are desperate for points to cling on to European football. Could be a big match day here in France. Let's jump into it. Here we go then guys. I am loosening up alongside the players because I'm feeling pretty nervous heading into this spell of fixtures. We are of course in pole position, I would say, to clinch the title, but it's PSG's supremacy that worries me. By my calculations, which may potentially be wrong as maths isn't my strong suit, PSG have won the league title for 8 years in a row. As I mentioned guys, Metz are desperate for points down the other end of the table, as they are vying for safety this season, so no wonder they've come flying out of the blocks here, trying to take the game to us as much as we are to them. Alvarez pinches it. Can he slip Clerc through? Leon Clerc on his weaker right foot sends it wide of the post. Big chances for both sides. Alvarez can now find Openda. Looking for the 1-2. It will come to Lois Openda. Huge chance this, and of course Lois finishes it off just before the break. Lons have the lead, and it's that man once again, Lois Openda, who gives us the breakthrough. Well, PSG lead at the break in what is probably their toughest fixture that they have remaining, of course, aside from the game against us. I should note as well that actually both sides have quite similar fixtures. In fact, we face quite a lot of the same teams in the run-in, so it's these sorts of games where we need to be on our A game to make sure we pick up the 3 points. We are looking dangerous here. Openda swings one into the middle. Marquinhos is there, and it's brilliant defending. And now Metz are looking to spring forward a counter, but Renato does brilliantly well. PSG have just found a second goal, and I've just given the ball away in a terrible position. Shot comes in, and I've crumbled. And it's Georges who strikes against us once again. Oh, I was focusing on the PSG goal. Gave the ball away with Marquinhos, and Georges fires Metz level. Well, Metz have got their tails up here as they look to grab another goal. And for the second time, the long-range power strike finds the back of the net. And in a matter of minutes, FC Metz have completely turned this game on its head. Oh, Marquinhos has missed his tackle. Huge chance. And Ramiro throws himself in front of the shot. Still, we trail by 1, but I can't even get the ball off them. Marquinhos wins it back momentarily, and Kramer forced into the save. Metz have been superb since they found that equaliser. Corner's floated in, it's a great ball, and oh, what a save. That'll do it. We're not going to get the chance to get the ball forward down the other end. And Metz have done such a good job to see this out. It's going to end 2-1. And that is not how we wanted to start the episode. We said that Metz were desperate for points. And their victory here could have just opened the door for PSG. Well, after that loss in the previous game, this one here against Angers becomes even more important. We were really good in that first half against Metz. And although they had a couple of chances, we were pretty comfortable. And then their first goal just completely changed the game. Second came pretty soon after. And we just couldn't get the ball back off them after that. And now here come Angers, and the deflection takes it just over the top. We are starting to crumble here with RC Lens. And maybe this is exactly why PSG have won the league for 8 years in a row. And this will need to change in these remaining 6 Ligue games. Here goes Lois Openda on the run. Brilliant ball, and what a strike. It's always this man. Our first real attack of the game. A little dink over the top from Renato, and Lois Openda hits it first time on the half volley. Maybe takes the keeper by surprise and drills RC Lens into a very important lead here. When we were looking under pressure, now we're looking to double that lead. Openda, oh, it's a big save by the keeper this time. Moses will swing in the set piece. It's into Marquinhos, and it's off the bar. Well, it has by no means been our best half of the season. But at this stage of the season, all that counts is getting across the line with the 3 points. I don't care how it's done, as long as we get the 3 points in the bag on the coach home. Herrera pings one out to Dennis. And Guerrero gives it back to the Frenchman. Brilliant ball. Openda. Oh, that is sublime. From Europe's top goal scorer, Lois Openda, with his 44th goal of the domestic season. Brilliant cross by Dennis, and on the volley, no chance for the keeper. Lois Openda is having the season of all seasons. Oh my god, I wasn't even commentating. What a strike that is. And Angers have a goal back, questionable from Kramer potentially. It's a good strike from the edge, but I think he got a hand on it. It is pretty well struck, but maybe should have got across and saved it. And here they come, looking for that equaliser. Brilliant build-up, and Herrera throws himself into the tackle. Now we can come on the break with Dennis bursting through the heart of the defence. Brilliant from Noah Dennis, and he should have wrapped it up now. Dennis away from his man once again. Still full of running, Noah Dennis. And the defence step up and leave him a gap to run into, and Noah Dennis will finish it off. What ball that is. Martinez in behind, and Martinez pulls one back instantly. And that should be the whistle, and is. The performance wasn't 100%, but we get the job done. 2 down, and now 5 remain to close out the season. Lois Openda with a brilliant brace, which was followed by Noah Dennis. Alright then guys, so another big game here against Strasbourg. It is the final one that we will see in this episode in the league, as we'll have the semi-final against Barcelona coming up next. Now we have actually got an interesting little statistic in this game, because if Lois Openda scores, he will break the individual record for most goals scored in a Ligue 1 campaign. It is currently held by a Croatian named Josip Skoblar. I'm not sure what year he set it in, but he got 44 goals in the domestic Ligue 1 season. Lois Openda currently on 44. Could set a new record here if he notches up a goal. And he's in the middle. Openda! Oh, he's done it. Right on cue. Lois Openda becomes the highest goal scorer in a single Ligue season with 45. Strasbourg coming forward here. Now, you may recall we actually played them around this time in the calendar last season as they equalised, and we played out a 3-2 victory for RC Lens, but we were 2 goals down in that one. It would have killed our title dreams on the day, but we managed to turn it around, win the game and keep our dreams alive. In the end, it didn't matter as PSG went on to win it. Oh, that's a strong tackle on Openda, who gets up, thankfully. Moses, was Dennis onside? Oh, he was, but he couldn't finish. Moses will swing in the corner, looking for Marquinhos, and there's our goal. Didn't need to be Noah Dennis because Marquinhos steps up when it matters. The leader in the team. The man with all the know-how in Ligue 1. Won so many titles with PSG and many as captain. And his 5th goal this season fires us back into the lead just before the break. Moses from the set piece. Looking for Marquinhos again. And that should be game. Marquinhos at the double this time. What a leader's performance from the Brazilian. Loses his man, who goes walkabouts and guides it into that far corner. A brilliant brace from the Brazilian. Eventually, as we enter the 10th minute of stoppage time, we will see this game out here. Referee playing on an additional 8 minutes. But it doesn't matter. We had the 2-goal lead. We do manage to see it out. And we are another game closer to lifting the Ligue 1 title. Alright guys, it is time to turn our attention to the Champions League. We are welcoming a very strong Barcelona side as we look to potentially claim a very historic treble for RC Lens and French football as a whole. We have made changes as we have a big game in the league in midweek. However, you're not going to see that in this episode because that is going to come in the next one as we play out the final 4 league games of the campaign. We'll be heading straight from this first leg into the second in Barcelona. Regardless, we have made a few changes just to freshen things up, keep players fit for that clash against PSG, as we know how important that is. Here goes Renato Sanchez. David's at the back post, and Stefan David drills home to give us a lead in the 10th minute of the semi-final. What a strike from the Frenchman. Renato, as he does, just bursting into that space. And David hits this so cleanly on his weaker left foot. It's passed to Stegen in an absolute flash. No chance for the German goalkeeper. Clerk now looks to send David away. Araujo's playing at right back, but David in behind. Is a big save by ter Stegen, who's still one of the best in the world. Now De Jong, good ball inside, and Olmo's effort is well turned away by Kramer. Corner again played short by Bakayoko into Olmo. Floated into the middle to the back post. Oh, and it's in. It's Dusan Vlahovic at the back post. It's a really well worked corner. And goal line technology confirms it is well over the line. I'm not even really sure what happened there. I think Vlahovic headed it onto the bar and then it bounced down over the line. Brilliant striker's goal from Dusan, and just before the break he brings his Barcelona side level, though it does look as if it's gone down as an own goal. We started really brightly, but Barca fought their way back into it, and we are tied at 1-1 at the break. Just slowing the pace of the game down here to start off this second half, making Barcelona chase after us, as we've not seen a lot of the ball, and Barcelona doing a good job to win the ball back. And Torres away from Soppy here. Did Fabinho get a touch on the ball? He must have done. That is brilliant from the Brazilian. We saw Marquinhos in the previous game doing all his work up the other end, scoring the goals. But that is a fantastic piece of defending. And Barcelona just growing more and more into this game. It's a brilliant ball in behind for Bakayoko. Oh, and it's a great save by Kramer as well. That was finding its way into the back of the net. Barcelona just turning up the heat here. Corner for Barcelona. We know how the last one went. This one's floated in again, and this time Kramer manages to get down and hang on to it. And we might look for one last attack here. And Adama could be in behind again. He's still got that pace. Adama Traore rounds to Stegen and scores. Despite the efforts of the man on the line. Adama Traore off the bench to seal the winner against his former team. And again, the goal decision system, the goal line technology in use down that end. But as it was in the first half, it's clearly over the line. And Adama Traore will give us the lead heading to the Nou Camp. What a goal on the break. And that is why I signed Adama Traore in the summer. Another big victory for RC Lens as we continue to march on. You can see that Barcelona actually probably had the better of the game. Higher XG, just about, more shots. We just edged them in possession, but I'll be honest, I thought Barca were the better team. It was a bit of a snatch and grab from us, but we will take the 2-1 aggregate scoreline to Spain. Alright then guys, here we are in the north of Spain at the Nou Camp, or not the Nou Camp because it's not in the game, but we're at the Nou Camp to take on Barcelona. I've had to rotate the side quite a lot as we had a big clash in midweek. You won't be seeing the score of that game in today's episode. It will be in the next one as we close out the domestic season. We're hoping to make it to the Coupe de France final as we take on Lorient in the semis, but can we also make it to a Champions League final as well? Oh, Bakayoko's done brilliantly there. Vlahovic, man at the back stick, shot comes in and Kramer saves. Nobody attacking the second ball. And that is exactly what Barcelona were after. An early goal. The home crowd up. And Kramer just left that ball. And from minute one, we've looked nervy here. We've got our intentions set elsewhere. Is the Champions League and the treble just one step too many? I wouldn't mind if we fell at the semi-final stage. It's further than I thought we would have got, causing us some issues out there. Vlahovic gets it out to Torres. Back to Dusan Vlahovic, the Serbian. And again, Fabinho with a really important tackle like he did in that first leg on Ferran Torres. Bakayoko. That's really good football from Barca. And Kramer comes out to smother. That's a big save, but it's coming straight back at us, guys. I cannot get out at the moment. Still Barca come forward. Brilliant build-up. Shot comes in. Oh, it's gone in. It's Dusan Vlahovic who's got the goal. And I think Kramer should be doing better there. I think Kramer should do better. Vlahovic just curls it into that far corner. And it's been the perfect first half here for Barcelona. We've got a big second half coming if we are to make it to our second Champions League final. But it's looking like a long shot right now. Look at that. Absolute domination from the home side. Vlahovic turns. Sends it to Alphonso Davies down the left. Moses looking to get back, but oh, it's a brilliant ball to Frankie, and oh, it's going to end up in a goal. Isaac Toure got a touch, but Fernandez wasn't switched on. And Barcelona have a third on the night, and that may be good night to RC Lens. We've been really poor tonight. I think the pressure from the crowd and the atmosphere and the occasion has just got to us. Seko. Taiwo around the corner to Guerrero. Can he get away from Mavropanos? He can, and Rafa Guerrero forces the first real save out to Stegen, and it's taken 68 minutes. Corner swung in. Drilled to the edge, and it's 4. Barcelona have just been different class tonight. Dani Olmo makes it 4, and we've been humbled in the semi-final. Dennis away down the left. Still Noah Dennis. Big save by ter Stegen. And there's the whistle. It ends 5-2 on aggregate to Barcelona. They were just too good for us in this second leg. We had the lead heading to the Nou Camp, but it was one competition too many. Our focus remains on clinching the Ligue title, making it to the final of the Coupe de France, and lifting that as well to win a domestic double. Humiliated here in Spain, and Barcelona progressed to the final. Alright then guys, so that is where we will end today's episode. Barcelona versus Bayern Munich in a pretty blockbuster Champions League final to be held on the 1st of June 2030. We fell short at the semi-final stage, although it's further than I thought we were going to make it when the competition began. Bayern won on penalties in a pretty exciting semi-final there against Juventus, but it will be the Germans against the Spaniards in the final. But we will leave it there for today, guys. Next episode we will return with the final 4 league games and also the Coupe de France semi-final as well, so make sure to catch that when it's out over the next couple of days. You will not want to miss it. I'll catch you for it very soon, guys. Peace.